Hi, my name is Dolopo. I'm a licensed acupuncturist, and this is my 46th video. And instead of talking about a case study today, I'm going to talk today about my practice as a licensed acupuncturist. I'll keep it as a brief autobiography. I've been answering a lot of these questions over the last 17 years as a licensed acupuncturist, and I thought maybe that now would be a good time to give a little bit of an idea of who I am as a licensed acupuncturist to either my patients who've been with me all these years or relatively new patients or anyone who wants to get to know who their potential licensed acupuncturist would be. I have two websites, moveyourqi.com and committedtoabetterme.com. A lot of my work is on there, but what people don't also know is that some of my personal information is on there. A lot of my health issues are on moveyourqi.com. Also, some of my accomplishments as a human being, as a mom, as a wife, as a jiu-jitsu practitioner, as a violinist. Just there are many interests that I have, and I post some of that stuff on there, especially in regards to my health. But today I'm going to talk a little bit about who I am and why it is that I do what I do. So my education started in 1994. 1999 is when I became licensed, and from 1999 until 2006, I practiced what my education was based in, which is what most people on the planet who study Chinese medicine or Oriental medicine is the study of traditional Oriental medicine or traditional Chinese medicine, TCM, which has roughly been around since 1959, and I had a 40 to 60% success rate from 1999 until 2006. And in 2006, March 6, I had the utmost blessing to meet my master, Dr. Richard Kefutan, and I stayed devoted until this day. It is now September 2016. I stayed with him pretty much just under his tutelage, took as many classes as I could, became a gold level certified balance method practitioner, graduated as a BAZI graduate with him, and just really have followed him and follow his students. I continue to promote their work. Eileen, Delphine, and Paul Wang, you can follow them at C1 Balance Method Acupuncture. When I went from TCM, from having a 40 to 60% success rate, to practicing balance method, which I started having an 85 to 95% success rate immediately, I waited. I waited from 2006 until 2015. I waited 9 years until I said online and said here in my practice to people that I have an 85 to 95% success rate with long-term results, with people either graduating or significantly improving, and the graduating being 100% or significantly improving being 85 to 95% with most issues that are presented to me. And I'll leave the case studies and the two websites that I have to prove my point. I've explained a lot in those. In this video, I just really want to talk about, I want to take this opportunity to talk about why it is that I do what I do. There are a lot of my own health issues that were explained in moveyourqi.com. This medicine made a tremendous impact on my life. I used to be super heavy. I don't say super heavy, but I lost about 50 pounds with this medicine. I had an eating disorder. I had very poor self-esteem, and I couldn't control what I was eating. I felt depressed. I was anxious. I grew up with anxiety. I had constipation, hives, some skin issues. I was diagnosed with IBS. I was diagnosed with precancerous cells. Those are long gone. Treated that with Chinese medicine. Don't talk about that too often, but all my pap smears since then have been clear. I'm in absolutely excellent health. Periods perfect. If you're in my practice, you know about what I mean regarding perfect periods. I'm 42 years old. I'm stronger than I was when I was 22. Chinese medicine has healed my anxiety, my depression, my eating disorders, my weight issues, my digestive issues, my menstrual issues, skin issues. There was a lot to fix in my late teens and early 20s, and I'm grateful that this medicine has been a part of my life. I did work as a student in a homeless community. Um, I remember when I first started, I wanted to be like a Dr. Patch Adams, if you remember that Robin Williams movie. That movie really moved me. And I remember calling some community medical clinics and offering my services for free in 1999. And everyone clicked. Click, 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 click. I did a lot of cold calling. I did a lot of health fairs. I really hit the pavement when it came to trying to grow my practice. I started my practice in San Diego. There were some times where it was very difficult. Uh, it took me 7 years to figure out the ins and outs of running my own business. I've worked in many offices. I've had office managers. I've worked with many chiropractors, many acupuncturists. It was like having roommates, trying to work with each other. And these were all their clinics, so I never really had my own. I had my own say, but really didn't because it was someone else's office. Um, so yeah, I went to people's homes, drove to people's homes. While I was in school from 1994 to 1998 studying Chinese medicine, there were really no breaks because we were on trimesters. So I was in school full time. At that time, the education was considered a 6-year program. I smashed it into 4. Some people smashed it into 3.5 years. They were taking maybe like 20 to 24 units a trimester, which I think is a lot. I try to keep it between 18 to 21, which is still a lot, and I still worked 30 or more hours a week. Borrowed a lot of money in studying Chinese medicine, but it was all worth it. And from 1999 to 2006, I didn't make a profit. There was a lot of hustling going on, having to work another job. When I was in Chinese medical school, I learned how to be a massage therapist. I had some great massage teachers. They were very serious when it came to teaching body work correctly. At the time, some of them were also professional teachers at IPSB down in San Diego, International Professional Bodywork School. I think that's what it's called. They made sure that I understood anatomy. They made sure that I understood the essence and the fundamentals of massage therapy. And I did complete my 1,000 hours as a massage therapist to go get my holistic health practitioner's license. And I was able to have my own massage business from 1996 on. I did have an office. I worked for myself. And I learned the ins and outs as a massage therapist and having a business and being Asian and being young and being exposed to some dangerous situations. And they're kind of funny. I laugh about them now, but they were kind of dangerous at the time. So kind of learned a little bit about the, school of hard knocks when it came to being a massage therapist. So I strongly respect people who do professional body work. And I ask that you guys really appreciate the work of a massage therapist, of a professional massage therapist. It's great to see that there's a bunch of Elements Massage, which one of my patients owns on La Paz, and also Massage Envies. I did work at Burke Williams while I was growing my practice here in Orange County. So that was a huge part of my practice. I did do what Dr. Tan would call pancake treatments. From 99 to 2006, that's all I did. Private room treatments, treat the back, the shoe points, and then also treat the front. And lots of therapy, lots of listening, which is awesome. Lots of massage work, lots of electrostim, lots of cupping. I was cupping queen in school, lots of moxibustion, and became very adept, very knowledgeable and experienced in doing traditional Chinese medicine. 7 years of TCM. Since March 6, 2006, all balance method, Dr. Tan took away 10 years of pain in my right scapula, and for 2 years I could not practice my violin. And he fixed it in one treatment during a dog and pony show in his class while I was sitting up and saying, "Yes, I have pain. Let me put you to work and see what you can do." He put 5 needles, most, in my left shin. He did not touch my scapula. Instantly took away my pain. And I just wanted to cry because I started having pins and needles down my arm that day. And I thought to myself, how am I going to be able to do massage? From 99 until 2006, I had not really made a profit. I always had another job. I did work for Red Envelope. I worked as a waitress for 8 years. I putting myself through school, and I worked when I moved from San Diego to Orange County. I worked for Labatt USA. It took me at least 6 months to do administrative work and trying to figure out how I was going to practice in Orange County. There was a lot of hustling involved, is my point. I can't even tell you how many jobs I had. I worked a lot of jobs, and they all helped. I learned how to be have hard work ethics, how to get along with people. I appreciate everyone in the service industry. It's hard work, and it really teaches you hard work ethics. And it really taught me how to work long hours, work till late, and really put in the time. When I met Dr. Tan, March 6, 2006, he showed me a way to practice Chinese medicine the right way. The right way for me, the right way for every one of his students, and the right way for him. The right way for every one of his students who are very successful, financially, happy, and just feeling fulfilled as a licensed acupuncturist. And not just in Orange County or San Diego, because it was based out of San Diego, but everyone around the world. And then January 24, 2007, I let go of my job at Burke Williams. I let go of any concept of ever working for anyone again. And I became fully self-employed as a licensed acupuncturist. I owe my life to Dr. Tan. And so started making some real money. And then I will mention something. So I met him in 2006. In 2009, I started listening to Your Wish is Your Command. And that was the basis for my training in the Global Information Network, which I joined in 2011. And since then, it's just been absolute bliss. And I'll talk about that another time, but I can tell you the training that I receive in Jin. You can go to jinevolve.com. At the events, at the professional events that we go to, I've gone to 4 so far. I'm based out of Orange County, California. I went to Washington, D.C. in 2013, October. And then I went to Las Vegas in 2014. Or 2014 or 2015. And then I went to Orlando, and then I went to San Diego just recently. And these were all Jin events. The training, the audio training, the books that I'm required to read, the recognition that we give to each other as Jin members, Jin brothers and sisters, and the recognition that I give to people in my life, my personal life, my kids, my patients, and the relationships that I build. This is just part of the system of learning how to be more successful. So I would say that my success rate has a great deal to do with balance method, but it also has a tremendous deal to do with my Jin training, which go so hand in hand. And I've trained with Mr. Chris McGarahan. He's a mentor of mine. There are quite a few mentors that I've made in Jin. He's been someone who I greatly admire. I really believe that there's one of the training we have, which is who do you listen to? Make sure you listen to someone who has what you want and who has been where you're at. And the reason why I'm putting this out there is because ever since my master, Grandmaster Dr. Richard Tan, passed away, when my Sifu passed on, his most senior students became exposed. And being one of his senior students, I've kind of made it a point to make sure that there's a list of very dedicated balance method practitioners. And there are many lists out there. I'm creating my own list. The Chinese New Year that he passed away, which was last year, I got to hang out with him. His most senior student, Eileen Han. You can find her at eileenhan.com. She was having a Chinese New Year party, and we went to her house. This was after a seminar, and went there and hung out with him. And I said, Sifu, there are a lot of Facebook pages out there, and there are a lot of, just forums where people are trying to share your information. And I find that many of them are people who are not your senior students. And can I create my own Facebook page, which is, really dedicated to just keeping things pure Dr. Tan's balance method. And he got very passionate. Dr. Tan was very, very passionate. he did not hold his feelings back, and I love that about him. And the teachers that I admire the most do not hide their emotions. They say it the way it is. And I'm like that in my practice. I just say it the way it is. And he said, run with it. He totally gave me his blessing. So I created two. One is a closed group, and it's a Dr. Tan Balance Method practitioners from beginning to advance. And I try to have some kind of quality control there where I have specific questions to kind of figure out if these practitioners really practice balance method. Questions like, when did you start practice, when did you start balance method, and some other questions. And then there's a very exclusive page, which is just advanced certified practitioners, people who are gold level, silver level, and BAZI graduates, and some other Dr. Tan BAZI graduates and other practitioners who have practiced balance method for a very long time and are committed to perpetuating the balance method practice around the world. So that's a little synopsis of who I am as a practitioner. I love Chinese medicine. I love Jin. I have a very long story as to how I started as a student and how I landed at Pacific College of Oriental Medicine, but I'll save that for another time. It's already 16 minutes, and I try to keep my videos at below 8 minutes. But just, that's me. And if you want to know more about me, just give me a call. All my information's on both of my websites. You can call me, you can text me, you can email me. I find that the more honest and open and transparent I am with people, they tend to love it. They tend to see that I really do mean well, and I want to see them graduate from their health issues, at least significantly improve. I have done my very best to create videos that are very useful in understanding what to expect from our work, especially the accountability videos, accountability 1, 2, and 3, that explain what to expect from our work together so you know how it works. My biggest pet peeve is hearing, I tried acupuncture and it didn't work, and then I'll find out they did 10 treatments in 10 months. It's like nothing's going to happen once a month. Nothing's going to barely happen if you go under once a week. If you're like 250 pounds and you should be weighing maybe about 130 pounds, and you go work out and you decide, I'm going to work out every other week, you're not going to get, and it's good, but you're not going to get anything done. If you're trying to lose some weight, or if you have some serious health issues and your doctor's like, you need to do something about your heart, about your cholesterol, about your health, about, whatever it is that the doctors want, your blood sugar, your thyroid. And you say, okay, I'm going to go exercise. And you decide, I'm going to walk a block and I'll do this once every other week. Well, you're not going to get anything done. Or if you're failing in a class and you're like, I'm going to study every other week, or maybe just once a week, that's good, but you're not going to go far. But if you commit to something almost daily, especially that first month to those first 3 months, you're going to see some serious magic happen. And so it's been 17 years now that I've been in practice. I hope this very long video gives you a better understanding of who I am. And I'm an open book. Feel free to call me anytime. I'm always available for, meeting outside of the office too. I've got 2 kids, so that's not always easy, but I do make myself available. And, feel free to just contact me at your convenience. MoveYourQI.com and CommittedToABetterMe.com. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of my patients, every one of my friends who've believed in me, especially in the mid-90s when I needed it most, especially 99 to 2006 when I was struggling. And I want to thank all of my Jin brothers and sisters who are also really working really hard to accomplish their own dreams, move the ball forward in their own lives, and really keep the dream alive. Don't let anyone steal your dreams. I think Mr. Kevin Trudeau. I think Mr. Chris McGarrahan and all the McGarrahans, Chris McGarrahan Jr. I think everyone. I thank my husband and my family and all of my Jin brothers and sisters for being so awesome. And my patients who are really, really committed to doing the little bits of homework that I give them. The blue pen, white paper, the flashcards, the listening to the things that I send them, and, being true to what their goals are. All right, thanks so much. Have a great day.